We look like we have upset our friends in France again, in the form of Lorient. They aren't particularly very pleased with us, and this is why. We have completed, or due to complete, the signing of Lyon midfielder Romain FAIVRE for 12.8 million. But we will loan the 24-year-old straight to Lorient for the coming season. Now, Lorient aren't very happy about this because we've actually gone and signed the player that they wanted and did quite well for them last season. Now, of course, he will link up with the team in 2024, so the summer. This season he will spend at Lorient. The problem here is that can Lorient afford the fee? Now, if they can afford the fee, I can understand why they're not particularly very happy with this setup. But if they can't, then this is Bournemouth doing a favour to Lorient. This is Bournemouth saying, right, okay, we are going to help you out and loan the players. Now, it's a multi-club policy. Now, I do not understand why there is so much concern from the Lorient fans about this, considering it is, a decent move. FAIVRE was very, very good for them. Bill Foley owns part of AFC Bournemouth, and if we have got the financial muscle but Lorient don't, and remember Bill Foley only owns 33% of Lorient, so if he could buy this player for them, but then, who's to say he's not got the overall interest, whereas at Bournemouth he's got the full interest. What he's doing is he's probably doing them a favour by doing this, buying this player, loaning this player out to them. Now, will this player play for Bournemouth in the future? Who knows? It really does depend whether or not he does well at Lorient. But I'm sure, if he does well at Lorient and then Bournemouth decide to, have him as a permanent fixture in our side, then it's probably going to be a case that what will happen is the next player that Lorient find, then we will buy them and then loan them out to Lorient. And it's helping them. At the end of the day, they're not having to pay the wages as far as I understand. That's one of the things that has been rumoured. Who is this player? And, what has he done? It looks like he's done very, very well in French football. He was at Tours and Monaco, made his Monaco debut in 2018, which actually was a win over Lorient, a 1-0 win. And then he moved to Brest. He played there for 59 games, scored 14 goals before moving to Lyon, of course, one of the biggest clubs in France. And then he really, what he's doing is, he's going back to Lorient, a place where he's performed and impressed them, but it's a case that Lorient aren't spending, what money they do have. Now, I don't know how much Loic Ferry has got, and but it would make sense, and of course, especially after the Atara deal, it makes sense that we are doing this for Lorient, and I'm quite happy with the move myself. I think it's a good bit of business. It's a relationship building with Lorient. It's not us leaking money. It is us trying to work together and give something back. And I think Lorient fans need to stop this. I know it's frustrating. I know, and I can imagine that when the shoe is on the other foot, it mustn't be very nice. But at the same time, this, is... Bill Foley hasn't invested in Lorient for it to be unsuccessful. He's invested in Lorient for it to be a success. For it to be relegated into the second league of French football, that is, he's not going to gain anything from that. He's a businessman. It's like if Bournemouth were relegated into the Championship, he's not going to gain anything from that. He's going to lose money. So his aim is to keep these clubs at the top level. And that's what he's doing. And I think that's, it's a good move. It's a good move. Lorient fans, I know that you probably don't like us as a football club at this moment in time. You know, we are a good football club, we are a friendly football club, but at the same time, you know, we're a business and we are going to try. And I would like a positive relationship between Lorient and AFC Bournemouth rather than this hatred, because I've seen it on Twitter um, about this deal. It's not nice, and you know, hopefully things can be built. Um, Let us know what you think. Do check out our previous video on the UTC IAD AFCB. There is a whole thing about why Lorient fans hate AFC Bournemouth on there, so please do check that out. I'm going to try and get some Lorient fans on the show as well. I want to speak to them because it'll be interesting to get their views. And you know, hopefully can build a good relationship between us. But you know, all the very best, and look forward to that friendly on the 5th of August. And you know, we'll see where we go from there. But until the next video, thank you for joining us. Hit that like, that subscribe on both channels, the parent channel and also this one, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you.